Right, so we're going to put the domain. So in this little rectangle there, I'm going to deal with those three little dotted lines. Can anybody tell me what number I should put there? These are the domain. What is the first number I should put there? Anybody? Can anybody tell me what is the first number I should put there? -3, exactly. So these are the domain. The X values are the domain. -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. I repeat, the input values are the domain. The input values are the X values. The input values are the X values. And the X values are the domain. Always associate the word domain with X. And associate the word range with what letter? Anybody can tell me what letter I should put in that bracket? Let me repeat. No, it's not -4. Let me repeat my question. Always associate the word domain with X, with the letter X. Right. So always associate the word range with the letter Y. Okay, so Y. So as you say, the first number we're supposed to put for the domain, the first X value is -3. All right. I know I am repeating and I'm repeating for persons. They may not be talking in silent, but they may have questions and they may not be asking. I know that. So what is the second domain I have to put there? -2. All right. So these are the domain. Here they are, -3 up to 3. So we are inputting the domain values. We're completing the mapping. We put -3, we put -2. Now we're going to -1. All right. The domain values here they are -3, -2, -1. These are the domain values. Always associate the word domain with the letter X. Always associate the word domain with the letter X. These are the X values. Next one is 0. The next one is 1. The next one is 2. And the next one is 3. So we are completing the mapping diagram for the first question. And that's what you do for assignment 30. Now the range now. Can somebody please give me an idea as to what you think is the first number we're supposed to put there for our range? -4, exactly. The first, we were not on that yet, we were still on the domain. So that's why she said -4, because she thought we were talking about the range. Oh, I was talking about the letter Y for range. Always bear that in mind, the letter Y is for range. Okay, now let's continue. What is the next domain? What's the next range? Sorry, what's the next range? Oh, that -4, for those who are wondering, that -4, look at there. The first range we get there is -4. Once you input, these are the domains. Once you input the domain, what comes out, the output will be the range. I repeat, once you input the domain, all right, here it is, domain, X. So these are the domain. Once you input the domain, what you're going to get is the range. So the domains are like numbers like -3, okay, and so forth, -3, and the range will be numbers like that, -5, -2, all these are the domain values. -1, the domain values are the input, the output will be the range. 0 is the domain, the output is 5, 5 is the range. 1 is the input domain, the output is 4, 4 is the range. You have another input domain of 2, gives an output of 1, 1 is the range. The letter Y is the range. You need those things for your other course. 3, another input domain, the range is 4. So that's where the -4 come out. Here it is, the range. Can somebody please tell me, based on what I just did there, what is the next range? The first one was -4. 1. The next range is 1. Here it is. What's the next range? 4. Here it is. What's the next range? 5. Here it is. What's the next range? However, we have 4 already, isn't that so? So you don't want to write another 4 again. Do we see that? Okay. The next one is 1, but we have a 1 there already. So we're going to write another 1 again. The next one is -4. We have -4 there already. So we're going to write -4 again. So this is why this is a little shorter, because we're not going to repeat those numbers again, because they're already, those range values there already. So now we're going to do the mapping now. We are going to do the mapping.